So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my 5th and 6th sketchbooks. I know part of the sketchbook is cut off screen, but I tried my hardest to get it all on camera. I'm using one of my tripods I have, and it still doesn't work that well. I'm sorry about that. I honestly need to just get a better tripod, but I'm really afraid to buy tripods now because whenever I buy a tripod, it's never really the right tripod, and it's not the tripod I need, and I've already spent like a lot of money on tripods that don't really work well. So first we're going to show the 5th sketchbook because that is the oldest out of the stack. This is my 5th sketchbook, and I started it on June the 6th, and I ended it on August. Yeah, I ended it on August the 23rd. One of my least favorite sketchbooks because I had a lot of art block throughout the sketchbook, and I was really forcing myself to try to get better at anatomy and stuff, even though every time I draw like something dealing with anatomy, usually I wouldn't like it. So that's the reason why. I used to wake up every morning, like this was during the summertime, so every morning I would wake up early before I had to watch my sister, and I would spend like at least I think an hour on practicing anatomy, or I'd spend like an hour on just drawing whatever I wanted. And pretty much I think I was in an art block for the majority of the sketchbook, so this isn't really my favorite sketchbook, but you know, and especially the drawings in them I don't really like. You know, you have to start somewhere, and this is not really exactly where I started, but this is part of my art journey, so I am happy. At least, you know, this art brought me to where I am today, which, yeah, anyway. So here's the first pages of the sketchbook, and by the way, this was the cover page, and I feel like the cover page, I could have done a little bit more with the cover page. So here is the first page of the sketchbook. Here in the corner, I was trying to do some thumbnails for my sketchbook cover. Wait, did I write my goals in the sketchbook? I don't know if I did. Okay, I don't think I've ever pasted it in. I was trying to work on furries, and I wanted to, by the end of the sketchbook, draw furries better, but I think this was one of the only pages that I actually drew a furry on, so I never really got better at furries. And I still do want to get better at furries, but I'm just too lazy to try to practice on working on them. One thing I don't like about in the sketchbook is it's kind of weird, but every time I draw a human, their bodies are just so long. And like, I know there are like lanky characters, but like the thing is, the bodies of the characters that I draw don't even match with the rest of the body. Like, I might have a long body, but stubby legs. Like, it doesn't really make sense. So here I was trying to work on expressions because I wasn't really great at expressions, and I was trying to improve my expressions, which still to this day, I'm not the best at doing expressions. Here I'm just swatching out some of the watercolor pencils that my grandmother gave to me. And I think I was going to watercolor this girl, but I think it was getting late, so I just decided to not watercolor her and go to bed. I was still in the mindset where I wanted to finish the page the day of, so pretty much if I worked on one page, I would just draw on it until the end of the day. For example, if I wanted to watercolor a girl and it was 12 o'clock, then I wouldn't watercolor her because it was the next day. So yeah, but now I'm not like that anymore. If I want to like finish a page, I will go back and finish that page. I'm not that strict on my sketchbook anymore. So here I was trying to draw a bird from reference photo, and here I tried to draw what I saw outside my window, and this was when I was at my old house. Here I think is the last page I drew a furry on in this sketchbook. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong. But here I was trying to work on drawing furries, and they're pretty bad, so let's just move on. Here I was watching Drawing with Jazza's hand tutorial video. You'll probably see some of these hands from his video again later on in the sketchbook. I'm still bad at hands. My grandmother had some black construction paper, so I used like one of my white Prismacolor coal erase pencils, and I drew this space lady, which I really liked her at the time, but now looking at her, she looks kind of creepy. So here I was trying to draw feet using Drawing with Jazza's tutorial. Here's just some more drawings, and a drawing that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Watercoloring some squares and then pasting in different drawings over it. And here I tried to draw these girls based off of different shapes. She was based off triangle. I think she was based off circles. I'm not really sure about these two. I don't really like this page. Like, even once I finished this page, I really didn't like this page. And I think this is when I started to get into an art block. I tried to draw one of my older OCs. I sort of messed up on his body and made it way too long. So I kind of just scrapped that one. And here's one of my OCs named Abby, which I don't use her anymore. And I really like this drawing. A little elf with a crystal background. And I really liked this drawing at the time. I think around this time I was watching E3 and I was hoping to see Animal Crossing news. Sadly, they didn't show Animal Crossing at last year's E3, but hopefully at this year's E3 they will show Animal Crossing. I'm hoping. Oops, I did not mean to do that. So here I was trying to mix different skin tones because then I still have the problem that I have now where I don't really make a lot of darker skinned people. I pretty much just make lighter skinned people because it's so much easier to mix their skin. So here is when I was like really hoping to see Animal Crossing. So I decided to make some Animal Crossing fan art. And before last year's E3, I honestly didn't think they would make a new Animal Crossing game until I heard more people talk about it. And then I was like, okay, well maybe they might actually make a new Animal Crossing game. Because when I first got Animal Crossing New Leaf, I thought that I didn't know that there were other Animal Crossing games. I thought that was like a one-off game. This is the time where I used to wake up early and I would watch drawing tutorials from Miss Carrie J. I think this is probably when I started to get into art blocks. I tried to draw a girl, but I thought she looked really weird, which she definitely does. And here I made this little character where she was like a sort of a fish girl, or maybe she was a bird girl. I have no idea. Here's some more drawings of that little bird, fish girl, whatever. And here I drew a cat because I think I watched one of, what is her name? One of Gel Art's videos, and she drew a cat to try to draw a cat too, and I actually really like this drawing. I think I even still like it now. It still looks kind of cute. It looks a little weird, but it still looks cute. And here I tried to draw an eyeball that was crying, and I sort of messed up on that, so yeah. Here's some more tutorials from Miss Carrie J's video. I probably need to rewatch those videos again and see how much I've improved. So here's some more drawings based off of Miss Carrie J's videos. And here was some little doodles that I drew with sack bags. I don't know really what you call them. I was just doing like, I drew a cactus, and I think Casey Gold inspired me to draw a cactus. I think one of Doodle Date's videos inspired me to do this highlighter drawing. Here's some more drawings from Miss Carrie J's. Well, here's some more drawings following Miss Carrie J's tutorials. Here's some more tutorial videos from Miss Carrie J. And here I was trying to draw a head, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so yeah, they both ended up looking creepy. I drew myself being mad because I just couldn't draw anything right, and this was when I was like really in art block. I didn't really like anything that I drew, and I honestly didn't want to draw at all. I think here I was doing some more skin tone practice, so I was trying to make darker skins, medium skins, and light skin. I still need to have a better color range than this. And I think here I was trying to do a turnaround of a sack bag. And here I was trying to draw in a different style, which sort of looks like Bailey J's, not Bailey J's, Gel Art style. I don't know. It looks like someone's style, but I'm not sure. And here I was just trying to design a character who liked coffee. One of the days where I was mad at my siblings, so I just decided to draw this evil mad demon, which isn't her. A lot of these pages are pretty empty. Is the case for most of my sketchbooks. I think I only had 10 minutes, or maybe 10 or 15 minutes left in the day, so I just real quickly drew just some random stuff that I didn't really like, but I just drew something so that way I could say I drew something for the day, because this is when I was like drawing every single day, and I didn't want to break that streak. Hatsumiku, I think that's what her name is, but I drew some fan art of her. Here's just some more pin doodles. And I think this is when I got my Staedtler fine liners. No, wait, did I? No, I think at the beginning of the sketchbook I got the Staedtler fine liners, because I remember getting the Staedtler fine liners when I got my Prismacolor coal erase pencils. It ended up looking weird, so I just drew this character that's supposed to look sort of like Baldy. I don't know what happened there. And here I was just drawing some of the YouTubers I watch, which I still watch today. So here's some more Prismacolor doodles, and here I think I was trying to use different techniques to use watercolors. Here I'm trying to practice on hand some more. I think this was Gel Art's tutorial, and these two are drawing with Jazz's tutorial, and this was somebody else's tutorial, but I don't know whose, because I didn't write their name down. Here's some more coal erase pencil drawings. I think this is the time where Drawing with Waffles turned Eevee and Pikachu into humans. I decided to do one based off of Squirtle. And I guess it turned out okay. I wanted to try to draw some outfits that I usually don't draw, and they're definitely weird. Here I sketched out a drawing and then colored it in, and after I colored it in, I outlined it, and I didn't really like how this turned out. Here's some more hand practice and some mermaids. Here I drew an angel girl. Here's just some more random doodles, and I think this is one of the characters that I drew in one of my older sketchbooks. I think it was my third sketchbook. Here I was trying to plan out a drawing where this cat couple, they were trying to take a picture, but her husband was a little afraid of the camera, so he's like hiding right there. And she's looking at him like she's wondering why he's scared. Some more random drawings. I think I drew these while we were driving in the car. Yeah, a lot of these drawings I really don't have much to say. I guess here I was trying to do a lineless art style. On this day, it was July the 4th, and here's the final drawing. More cool erase drawings. I think Drawing with Waffles inspired me to draw this. Here I used my hand for reference, and it didn't really turn out too well. Here's just some more cool erase drawings. Even more cool erase doodles. And I think I turned this one into a final drawing. So, yeah. Here is the first time where I used hoo-hoo markers with my watercolors. Pretty much all of this is a hoo marker and the background is watercolor. I was trying to do like this little scribble thing. I like colored it in with the hoo markers, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I tried to do it on this page and I felt like I was wasting too much ink, so I just stopped doing it. This is around the time I got into Voltron, which I'm not really into Voltron as much anymore. Bad drawing of me, and I tried to attempt at drawing a tree, but it didn't end up turning out the way I wanted it to. Here I was trying to draw with more realistic proportions, but didn't end up turning out too well. I think this arm still looks good to this day. I think I like all these arms, like right here. I really like them. Following some more tutorials. Here I was trying to draw heads at different angles. Pretty much I was just trying to fill up the page. Here I was trying to draw animals, and then right next to them I drew like some of the supplies they would have. Like here I drew a dog with some doggy kibble, and here I drew a hamster, which really doesn't look like a hamster, with a little hamster wheel, and here I drew a little cat with this little thingy. I don't know what this is called. And when I colored the background of it, my sister said it looked like it was pee, which, to be honest, the background color definitely looks like it's pee. So, yeah, that didn't end up turning out the way I wanted it to. Oh, and here I did Drawing with Waffles Kitty Challenge, which this is one of her older videos, but pretty much she used colored pencils that would come in a like kids menu. I used those same colors and drew a blubfish, and I really liked how this drawing turned out. I still really like this drawing. I think this is one of my favorite drawings in this whole sketchbook. Here's some drawings of my OC that I don't think I use anymore. Here was a failed attempt at a galaxy. Here I think I was at a doctor's office. Here I swatched out my praying watercolors because I wanted to fill up the page, and I was gonna color him with watercolor, but it was getting close to the end of the day, so I didn't have enough time to watercolor him, so I didn't end up doing that, which I wish I would have, because this drawing isn't the best drawing. I think this is one of the best turtles I drew, but this isn't the best drawing, but I think it would have looked better if I watercolored him. Here's some more random doodles at my grandmother's house. Here I was sort of like writing the pros and cons of this drawing that I drew, and here I was just testing out different mediums on different sheets of paper that I have. I drew one of the characters that I created in Pastel Girl, but here is the creepy drawing of the girl who looks freakishly long and has crab-like hands. Yeah, this drawing just looks ugh. Here's some more drawings from tutorials. And here I was designing a new character that I don't use anymore. So here's some more drawings of that character. And I think this girl's name is, oh, I think she has multiple personalities disorder. I think this character does. And I think this is when I first found out about this disorder. And I forgot what all of her alters names were. Hold on. like, I think the host, this is the host, and her name's Addie. And, oh yeah, the alters, her names, I think she only has 2 alters, and that's Abby and Ava. So, yeah, I sort of wrote some information on them here. This is supposed to be a drawing of Addie, but I didn't end up finishing it because I just wanted to be done with the sketchbook. So that's the whole sketchbook. Now let's just move on to the next sketchbook. Here's my 6th sketchbook, and without further ado, let's just get started. August the 23rd, yeah, and I finished it on August, September. I finished it on September the 4th. So here is my swatch page, which I don't do in all my sketchbooks, but I do in quite a bit of my older sketchbooks. And here's when I realized that praying watercolors do not work well on this paper. I was trying to figure out how to draw in my newer style, and here I watched one of Xabio Art's tutorials. I really like how these drawings turned out even to this day. Here I drew something and colored it with the hoo-hoo markers, and I tried to add shading, but I felt like the shading wasn't really the best, but at the time I really liked how the shading turned out. Then down here I tried to draw a chow with shading, and the shading ended up looking really muddy and weird. Here I was just following feet tutorials. I wish I'd watch as much tutorials now as I did then. I think this is supposed to be Addie, and this is supposed to be her, in the story that I was making, I think this is her love interest, and I think he has vitiligo. Pretty much this is like a pigment disorder, not disorder, a pigment mutation. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, right here, it's vitiligo. I don't know how to say it. Pretty much it's where people they will have like lighter patches of skin all around their body. I don't remember what his name was, but I probably wrote it in one of my other sketchbooks. Here's some more drawings of Addie. And I think I actually changed, did I ever change her name? No, I think she's still Addie. But I think at this point she might have not had personality disorder at this point. I'm not really sure. So here I was following one of Drawing with Jazza's tutorials. I was trying to apply all these things that I learned within this sketchbook and this sketchbook, and it ended up turning out looking sort of weird. And yeah, and here was a drawing that I wanted to finalize, but I never did. Here's just some random cold erase drawings. And here I was just trying to figure out how to draw because I honestly couldn't draw anything that I liked. Here is a drawing that I actually made into a final piece. Heads from a tutorial that I watched. Here's some more drawings from different tutorials I watched. I think this one was Drawing with Jazza. This one is Re-Art's tutorial. This one is Applemint's tutorial, which I think is the best one on both of these pages. And here I tried to follow Talart's tutorial. Just some more cold erase doodles. And I think this is when I started to get into a anime-esque style, at least with the faces. Here I drew a drawing for my parents because it was their anniversary. Here I tried to draw Addie in my new anime-esque style. I tried to do an animation meme in my sketchbook with my 2 OCs, Addie, and I forgot what this dude's name was, but I think I did name him, or maybe he was just nameless. Just following some more hand tutorials and feet tutorials. I wish I would do that now, but I'm way too lazy. Here's some more feet and hand tutorial stuff. I was pretty much just trying to finish the sketchbook. And here is the last page. I drew myself in the animation meme, Bye Bye Lena Problems. I don't know. I forgot what that meme's called. That's the end of the sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed looking through my sketchbooks with me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.